Experience the absolute brilliance of football's most amazing goals from this year, showcasing moments of unmatched skill, precision, and jaw-dropping athleticism. Join us as we relive the magic of each goal, celebrating the artistry and excellence that define the beautiful game. Number 11. Phil Foden, Manchester City 3-1 Manchester United. Last month, Phil Foden scored 2 stunning goals as City recovered from a goal down to beat Manchester United 3-1. City had fallen behind to a thunderous Marcus Rashford goal on 8 minutes against the run of play, and spent the next 50 minutes or so trying to find a way past a resolute United backline. But Foden leveled on 56 minutes with a screamer into the top corner from 20 yards, then scored a delightful second 10 minutes from the end of normal time. Erling Haaland wrapped up victory with a clinical finish following excellent work by Rodrigo to make it 3-1 in added time as the Blues moved within a point of leaders Liverpool. Number 10. Declan Rice, West Ham 0-6 Arsenal. Declan Rice marked his return to the London Stadium with a goal as he netted with a thunderous shot to put Arsenal 6 goals up against West Ham. On a day when Arsenal were already showing the Hammers exactly why they are real title challengers, Rice further showed off the Gunners' quality as he smashed a first-time shot into Alphonse Areola's net from 25 yards out. Having come up through the ranks at West Ham, Rice showed a touch of class as he refused to celebrate the goal and apologized to fans. Number 9. John Duran, Aston Villa 3-1 Crystal Palace. Aston Villa's 3-1 win over Crystal Palace in September was not an easy victory, despite the scoreline perhaps making it look that way. All 3 of Villa's goals came after the 86th minute in what was absolutely a smash-and-grab victory. But the best of Villa's 3 late goals undoubtedly came from substitute John Duran. A half-space cross from fullback Lucas Digne found Duran in the box, and the Colombian first chested the ball down to the ground before unleashing a thunderous first-time effort into the roof of the net. The sheer ferocity and speed of the strike saw Sam Johnstone left with no chance of preventing the equalizer, and ultimately saw Palace's winless record at Villa Park since 2013 extended for yet another season. Number 8. Miguel Almiron, Newcastle 2-0 Burnley. Newcastle's opening goal of their win against Burnley on the final day of September is next up, with Miguel Almiron the scorer of what was a wonderful long-range effort. Despite Burnley starting the game off well and testing Nick Pope early on, the Paraguayan strike ultimately set Newcastle on their way to what was a comfortable win. 20-year-old Aaron Ramsey's lack of urgency and awareness on the ball saw him have his pocket picked by Kieran Trippier, whose tackle saw the ball set up nicely for Almiron to bear down on goal. Advancing further, Almiron then let fly with a fierce shot that flew past James Trafford and nestled comfortably in the far corner. Number 7. Gustavo Hamer, Nottingham Forest 2-1 Sheffield United. When making predictions about how each of the 20 Premier League clubs would fare before the campaign got underway, practically everybody thought Sheffield United would struggle in 2023-24, and the Blades have struggled, currently sitting 18th in the standings with just 1 win to their name so far. There has not been much to be positive about for fans, with the exception of Gustavo Hamer. The performances of the summer signing from Coventry City have been a rare bright spot for the crisis-ridden South Yorkshire club, with his goal against Nottingham Forest in Game Week 2 a great indicator of his quality. Receiving the ball on the edge of the box after a headed clearance from Forest's Scott McKenna, Hamer took a touch before bending a sumptuous strike into the top corner to draw his new side level. Number 6. Julian Alvarez, Wolves 2-1 Manchester City. Julian Alvarez's superb set-piece effort was in vain as Manchester City succumbed to a surprise 2-1 defeat to Wolves on the 30th of September, with the loss to Gary O'Neill's men being just the second time in 45 Premier League meetings that Pep Guardiola has lost to a side managed by an Englishman. Fine work by Pedro Neto led to Ruben Dias's own goal to hand Wolves the lead, But the young Argentine Alvarez stepped up with a moment of magic from a dead ball situation 13 minutes into the second half. Facing a three-man wall of Max Kilman, Matheus Cunha, and Nelson Semedo, Alvarez curled home a delightful equalizer despite the best efforts of goalkeeper Jose Say.
Keeps on going in the penalty area, and there's almost an own goal. It is an own goal off Ruben Diaz. Well, Pedro.
Number 5. Brian Mbeumo, Brentford 3-0 Burnley. Brentford's 3-0 victory over Burnley in late October was their first win at home this campaign, and it saw two fantastic goals from both Brian Mbeumo and Saman Ghoddos. Ghoddos' effort, a powerful shot from outside the penalty area, was good, but not good enough to make this list. But Mbeumo's definitely was. With the Bees already won, 0 up thanks to Yoane Wissa. His partner in crime, Mbeumo, stepped up to double the Bees' lead via a powerful strike in the 62nd minute. Number 4. Eddie Nketiah, Arsenal 5-0 Sheffield United. Any and all spectators that tuned in to watch lowly Sheffield United's visit to Arsenal in October 2023 expected a drubbing to be handed out to the Blades. But an Eddie Nketiah hat-trick was surely not in anybody's pre-match predictions. But the Englishman did indeed bag a hat-trick, with his third of the match the pick of the bunch on what was a fantastic day for the Gunners. Already 2-0 up and cruising after an earlier brace, Nketiah's third from 25 yards out essentially confirmed Arsenal's win after just 58 minutes. The Englishman took a touch with his left boot from Emile Smith-Rowe's pass, took another with his right while swiveling to set himself, before lashing home a fine effort from range into the top corner.
Great ball to Kudus! Oh, off the post!
Number 3. Oleksandr Zinchenko, Arsenal 3-1 Burnley. Oleksandr Zinchenko scored Arsenal's 1,002nd goal at the Emirates Stadium in the Gunners' 3-1 win over Burnley in November last year, with the Ukrainian scissor kick effort putting the gloss on what was ultimately a routine win for Mikel Arteta's side. Leandro Trossard's corner was headed onto his own crossbar by Burnley's Dara O'Shea, before he then headed the ball away from goal again, with the imminent danger seemingly gone. However, Zinchenko did well to nip in ahead of Luka Koleosho, and with the ball still in the air, adjusted his body to strike home a memorable scissor kick.
Saka's corner. Ooh, flicked on, it's gone out of play.
Number 2. Mohamed Kudus, Brentford 3-2 West Ham. The Bees and the Irons played out an end-to-end 5-goal thriller at the Gaitek Community Stadium just a few months ago in November, with Nathan Collins' header 20 minutes from time sealing all 3 points for Brentford. But the highlight of what was a very entertaining game was Mohamed Kudus' goal after just 20 minutes for West Ham, with the Ghanaian acrobatically volleying home to hand his side an equalizer in the tie. Michael Antonio's initial cross into the Brentford box seemed like it might be dealt with by Vitaly Janelt, who was the closest player to Kudus. But the former Ajax man did well to meet the cross with an astonishing effort that flew past Mark Flecken. Number 1. Raheem Sterling, Newcastle 4-1 Chelsea. Before November 2023, Chelsea's Raheem Sterling had scored 5 goals in 13 outings so far, but his very next effort was definitely the pick of the bunch. Chelsea was thrashed 4-1 away to Newcastle, but a moment of quality from Sterling from a free kick got the Blues back into the game, having gone behind Alexander Isak's opener. Both Jamal Lascelles and Kieran Trippier were at fault in conceding the set piece, Lascelles first losing possession of the ball before Trippier was adjudged to have fouled Sterling just outside the penalty arc. Sterling stepped up to take the free kick, and his brilliant effort into the right-hand side of Nick Pope's goal left the English goalkeeper stranded and got Chelsea back into the game.
Sterling. Oh, yes! Nick Pope didn't even move.